Okay, so again, hopefully nobody else has to go through this and can just kind of stick the pican on top of their Raspberry Pi. But if you want to do the more complicated setup that I've done, so what you need to do is not only do you need to do the 6 signal wires, you need to do 3.5 volts and your 5 volts power and a ground. So it actually ends up being 9 connections. So your 6 signal connections plus your 5 volts plus your 3.3 volts and a ground. And I've got all that going into my really cramped breakout board there. And then now it seems to come up. So now that I got it coming up, and what you can do to test that it comes up is you can just, first you bring it up by doing this command, and then you can see it when you do ifconfig, and scroll up to the top here, and there's my can. It's running. It's receiving data, so that's good. There's some errors, and I got to figure out what's going on with that, but at least I'm able to bring the interface up. So I'll have to do some troubleshooting to figure out what's going on, but I think physically I've got this thing wired correctly. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to run a test to make sure I've got data coming in, and I just did it just to test it, and it is working because I've had so many issues and problems. I didn't want to start recording and then realize I made a mistake. So if you just run this, once you bring in the interface up and you know it works, then there's a pretty good chance that everything's going to be okay. So I can run the Python script, OBDII logger, and it comes up, and I've got data. So that's some engine data right there, and then I'm giving it some RPMs. You can see the RPMs increase. The RPMs is that third one from the left. So you see it jumps up and then it goes back down again. So I'm good. Now I've got data coming in. Now I can actually start manipulating it. So that's the next step. So what I'm going to do is work on that.